Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is SaulApeMan and this video is the result of the 10 hours that I have spent researching the new PTR of Warcraft 3 in the Hotkeys category. For the first time in my 4 years long Warcraft 3 career, there is a PTR for quality of life features, not for balance, just quality of life. And the huge part of this PTR is like, hey guys, we Blizzard, we are trying to make setting up hotkeys much better, and this is how we want to do it, and please give us our feedback. That's why PTR is for. And because you may say, Saul, you are not the great player, not the great caster, but I know my hotkeys. I do understand my hotkeys. I spent hours researching raw codes, like how the hotkeys work, how this configuration file works. I even do understand why there are 4 Alchemists here in the Tavern, and I also understand why, according to this system, there should be 6 more Tinkers, but stay tuned, I will explain this later. So let's start with the first card, with the human. As we can see, we have a list of units, list of buildings, and list of heroes. And it works great. There is even an improvement to old Warcraft 3 to Warcraft 3 Champions, because at least from my experience, I don't need to restart Warcraft 3 if I change a hotkey. In the past, when I did some hotkey optimization, I changed the text file, I had to restart Warcraft 3. Now, I tested it, you can just assign a new hotkey and it works. You don't need to restart the game, so it's a big plus. But there are some things missing, so this is my feedback. First thing first, when we click on the Town Hall on the keep, so it's missing for the Town Hall, we see that we have an option for call to arms, so to change all of the peasants in the range into militia. But what is missing, and is very important, is this special ability called Back to Work. Run to the nearest keep castle or starting town hall to disarm the militia converting it into a peasant. So as we can see, it's missing, and it should be on Town Hall, on Keep, and on Castle. Next, very basic mistake, we have a missing Guard Tower, because remember, human can upgrade the Scout Tower into 3 different towers, and one of them is missing, the one with the piercing damage. Another smaller problem is that Sundering Blades, so this is an upgrade to Knights that since May 2024 needs to be researched again, it's not by default. It gives you 10% more damage to medium armor, I think. That Sundering Blades has no icon. But you can set it up, which is cool, but give the icon. Also, what is quite important for me, all of the siege units, like demolishers, catapults, we have a mortar team here, they have an ability called Attack Ground. So instead of right-clicking the enemy unit, you can select an area, and in the hotkey UI menu is just missing. You can't set up the hotkeys, and these are pretty important hotkeys, so please add it to all of the siege units. So this mortar team should have this siege attack icon. Also, I would like to explain why we have double siege engine here, and it's not the end of the world to have double siege engine here, because one of them is with barrage upgrade. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why, because the siege engine after the barrage upgrade becomes a different unit. It has a different skin, and it has a different hotkey. So if you change hotkey only for siege engine, the hotkey for siege engine barrage is different. So that's why if you don't change it, it's going to be default. So it happened that when you were producing tanks and you upgrade this weird looking upgrade barrage, that tank hotkey went to the default, and it was annoying and it was hard to understand why. I already have my hotkey for the siege engine. So that's why it's here doubled, and I think it can stay like that. One more general advice that I would give is that, look, when, for example, we want to set up the hotkey to produce Sea Engine or a Siege Engine with Barrage, we can change it on the bottom right, but when we click on the given unit, we can't. Why not to add this technology? I am an elite gamer, right? So I remember where to make siege engine barrage, you know, I know this in this particular building. But if you have the list of units on top, just give the like user, they don't remember where the given unit is produced, the ability to just assign the hotkey on spot. Another general advice that I have, we have two panels, let's call them left panel and right panel under the peasant. That's great, because when we click on this build structure ability, we have the whole menu of the buildings. That's great. For example, when we want to make a sorceress, you know, the sorc has only one menu. But if we go to the sorceress home and we click on her, her abilities are not showing up on the right menu, right? So if somebody wants to set up like really quickly just the Arcane Sanctum and maybe doesn't even remember which units are in the Arcane Sanctum, he should just click on every single unit and it should be this panel on the right, so you can set up quickly, like for example this spell steal ability for the breaker or the dispel of the priest. You can set it up in the Arcane Sanctum. I think it would be good, and you are already using the panel that you have. This panel shouldn't be empty when you click on the priest. So the human is done, it looks pretty good, and orc looks even better. The only part missing in orc is the burrow, and I will show you why, ladies and gentlemen. When we click on the peon, as we can see, we have like AA hotkey here, and we have burrow and reinforced burrow, again similar to the siege engine. The reinforced burrow and the burrow, they are different buildings, so they can have a different hotkey, right? And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, Blizzard wants to solve this, like just show this reinforced burrow and set up the hotkey. So the icon is missing, and to be honest, I haven't met nobody in my long hotkey career that wanted to have a different hotkey for reinforced burrow and the burrow. So maybe, I don't know if it can be added, like if somebody wants their burrow on A, it means that reinforced burrow should be on A as well, right? So maybe that's, if you can add something like this technology, you can just hide this reinforced burrow. And everything else for the orc looks fine. But now we need to go to the undead, and let me tell you, undead has problems. So first thing first, something is missing on this gargoyle panel. What is it? And ladies and gentlemen, the Gargs has prioritized air hotkey, and is it very important? Not really, but it's missing. So it basically means that your gargoyle, when he has two units, one ground and one air enemy, it will automatically prioritize attacking the air units. And this is the hotkey you can toggle. You can turn it on or off. So I hope that Blizzard will add this, and it will also, it's called in this configuration file, the option for unhotkey. So it will be hotkey and hotkey, so you put only one value, one letter, and it will toggle. So you can activate or deactivate with the same hotkey. Okay, what is funny, the Unholy Frenzy ability of the Necromancer, so you know, you make your unit or enemy unit attack faster, but it drains life, was added, but it's a wrong Unholy Frenzy, because it was missing in the first iteration of the PTR, but it's a wrong upgrade. I assigned the letter S here, I tested it in the game, and let me tell you, it doesn't work. It's initiate Unholy Frenzy is the wrong Unholy Frenzy, so please fix that. Okay, and Obsidian statue can be morphed to Destroyer when you research Destroyer form on tier 3, and ladies and gentlemen, it's the first time I see this in this UI. You can't click on it. You can't click on this item icon. I don't know, it's like it's a wrong icon or something. You can't click on it. If I want to change the key binding for Spirit Touch, I just click on this. If I want to click on the Destroyer, it doesn't work. Please fix. Also, what is funny, we have some artifact hidden inside of the Temple of the Damned, and you may say, Saul, there is something extra here. Does it mean that it's like a new patch coming? New balance patch with skeletal longevity? And according to my research, this is an upgrade that was removed from the game. And to be more precise, in 2018, Removed skeletal longevity upgrade now included in skeletal mastery. So as you can see, the green plus, it means it was a buff. So you know, just it's not important. It doesn't need a hotkey. It doesn't exist anymore, or it exists in the skeletal mastery. Just remove this icon so people won't speculate what on earth it is. And last but not least, inside of the Tomb of Relics, the Wand of Negation, the new item that has been added to in the recent balancing patch to the Tomb of Relics, has a wrong icon. But the modern Wand of Negation and the Wand of Negation that was implemented by Blizzard themselves looks like this pink road, and this is what is inside of the game. So this is the icon we need. And for Undead, there, that's it. Now let's go to the Night Elf. And with the Night Elf, we need to talk about something important, because very important feature is missing. When we click on an Ancient Protector, so the Night Elf tower that can move, as we can see, we have Root Ancient Protector ability. And you may say, Saul, it's fine. It probably will work for every single Ancient. And let's check. Okay, but we don't see, there is no the same icon. That is, it's like, looks like Tree of Life can't root, uproot. So let's see, Ancient of War, no uproot as well. Ancient of Wind, no uproot as well. And ladies and gentlemen, you may say Saul, but maybe Blizzard wants you to only set it up in the Ancient Protector. But no, the uproot for Ancient Protector for some reason is different. The ability, the code, than for every other Ancient. Okay, so my advice is, first of all, you can't change the uproot for every other Ancient than Ancient Protector, so they need to have this uproot icon, and the correct one, just uproot for the Ancients. And also what I noticed, and I don't know if it's like my Warcraft 3, or and it's the only hotkey that behaves like that, so maybe it's my computer, maybe I'm the problem, but look, it's the only hotkey that has this problem. I want to change this hotkey to, for example, letter S, okay? I click S, beautiful, I click save, you are the witness, I click save, right? And now I click somewhere else to the Tree of Life, okay? And it's S, beautiful. Now, let's say I want to test this in game, so I will just leave this. I will go back to the options. And, ladies and gentlemen, it's still G! It's still G. The game like doesn't want me to change the root. It's the only hotkey that behaves like that. I don't know how. Something is broken here. And it's good that it's only for the Ancient Protector, but if you are an Night Elf player, you need to have the root on point, uproot, root on point. So yes, add this functionality. And maybe you saw already, similar to this artifact in the Temple of the Damned, in the Ancient of Wind, we have Hypogryph Taming, and again, in 2018, the Hypogryph Taming was like buffed, so it was basically reset on default. So these icons should have disappeared, because the Hypogryphs, they have this archer they have this upgrade by default, so they can cooperate with the archers. Now let's go to the neutral tab, and ladies and gentlemen, in the neutral tab we have a lot of units that can be purchased in like different like buildings. So we have the Sapper, we have Zeppelin, we have the Mercs. And my first suggestion, if the unit has no special abilities, for example, Black Dragon is huge and he has access to Devour, you want to be able to set up this Devour. It's like Kodobeast, Flying Kodobeast, amazing. But this Blue Dragon Whelp and this Blue Drake, they don't have special ability, right? So just remove them from the list, because when you have your main race, there is not that many units and it's easy to find them. And okay, if you add this functionality to change the hotkey on spot, it's cool. You know, many people want to like look at the knight, set up the hotkey for the knight without going to the barracks and clicking on the knight. But in this neutral, it's not necessary to have like those units without any special abilities, and because their units are here, we just go to Blue Dragon Roost. It will make the list a little bit more clear. So leave the Black Dragon, I think. And remove those without special abilities that you can control. For example, we have Kobold Taskmaster, and you may say, Saul, he has a special abilities. Not really, because you can't control them. It's like this big kobold with the aura, and you can buy him in some 4v4 maps from the Mercamp, and it gives 10% more damage, which is cool in 4v4. But you know, like you can't control the aura, right? So you can't click on it, so why even bother have it on the list? And I really appreciate that they left a transport ship, because there is one melee map very popular in the Chinese community called Warcraft, and it has a shipyard. And in this shipyard you can hire a transport ship, and now you can set up the hotkeys for the transport ship. And yes, the Goblin shipyard is here. But the only thing missing in the buildings is, ladies and gentlemen, that similar to this destroyer destroyer upgrade, Morph Destroyer, we can't click on the reveal. We can't click on the reveal. So this should be fixed. And let's talk a little bit about this question mark. So in my opinion, this question mark is, you know, as you may say, Saul, in the shop works, the Goblin Merchant, like the question mark shouldn't be here. I agree, just remove it. But the only place when question mark can be useful is the Tavern, because sometimes, you know, you want to play a little bit cheeky with a Night Elf, with a human, the Tavern Hero opener, even Undead sometimes go for the Tavern Hero. And I would actually keep this. Maybe even with the hotkey, the random hero option. So you go to the Tavern, you click on this icon, and you get a random hero. And you may say, Saul, but there is not that many players that can't decide on the hero. They go for the random just for fun. And ladies and gentlemen, yesterday with my stream, we figured out a cool idea. So basically, what I would recommend Blizzard to do, because, you know, Blizzard needs to start making money on Warcraft 3. Yes, they work hard on this hotkey thing. So I would recommend Blizzard to implement 8 cool-looking skins for the Tavern. And they have the same theme. I don't know. Talk with your artist. I don't know. Golden skin. Like, every single hero has like a golden armor, golden attribute to them. I don't know. They can be like cosmic looking. I don't know. Chaos looking. But it's the same feature. And make those skins look really cool. Make them behind the paywall. So I don't know. Maybe even $9 for a skin or something like that. $5 for a skin. But if you want to play the skin, test the skin, and, you know, use it in the game without paying, you can get the skin for one game, not forever, if you go for the random. So basically, the random option from the Tavern will spawn the hero with this already wearing this cool looking skin. I don't know if it's easy to do or not, probably not, but I think it would be an amazing. And, you know, people will see how cool the skins are, and then you, okay, now I don't need to click, don't want to click on the random. I want to just add Naga as a second hero to my Demon Hunter, and I want Naga wearing the golden armor or something. So now I will pay $5 to Blizzard, and Blizzard is happy, you are happy, and, you know, you can play this skin for free as well with the random option. And some Warcraft 3 eccentrics, they have the random option for themselves if they can't decide on the hero. I think it's a cool idea. And I'm the biggest fan of Makruras in the game. Makrura is a creep in the game, the monster. On Hammerfall, it's present. Makrura Snapper, Makrura Tight Collar. I love all of the Makruras. So if Blizzard, you want to make the Makrura skin with cooperation with SaulApeMan, contact me so we can discuss the business, okay? Kappa. Speaking about the Tavern, you may ask, Saul, why there are 4 different alchemists here? And as you can see, when you click on them, you have alchemists with a different morph level. The morph level is this chemical rage ability. So I don't know if there is some way, you know, to just make only one alchemist and make, you know, if. So if the alchemist, I don't know, healing spray ability is on A, then the Alchemist morph level healing spray ability is an A as well, you know, if something can be coded like that in this UI. So that's why you can have only one Alchemist. And ladies and gentlemen, there is also one hero that has different forms, and it's Tinker. Because if you go for engineering upgrade, it changes Tinkers. Similarly, how you change the Alchemist. So, it basically means that there are, you know, 4 different Tinker. Tinker with 0 upgrades, with 1 upgrade, with 2 upgrade, with 3 upgrade. And they also scale the spells, right? So the cluster rockets for Tinker with engineering level 1 is different than for engineering level 3. It means, ladies and gentlemen, that basically the hotkey will go back to the default if you don't, when you pick the engineering upgrade. So either Blizzard needs to add 4 more Tinkers, and also I think that a Tinker in the Robo Goblin form also is a different unit. It depends on the engineering upgrade. So in theory, you need to have 8 different Tinkers here. So maybe it can be avoided. It can be reduced to 1 Tinker with this if option. If the raw code for the rockets for the Pocket Factory is this, every other raw code for the rockets, despite the engineering upgrade, should be the same. So maybe this is how we can avoid these duplicates, because it looks weird and like it's hard to understand, and that's why Blizzard is making this feature, so people don't need to understand. They can just play the game and who knows, maybe look for these cool golden skins that you can purchase, or Makrura skins. It actually reminds me that I forgot about something. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I have asked myself a question. Saul, are there some missing units in melee mode that are important? And maybe important not, but there are some units that are missing on this list. So for example, if you remember, there is an item called Stone Token. Is a charge item level 5. And this item spawns Rock Golem. And yes, I think in 1v1 you can find it. In 2v2 you can. But in melee there is one map that everybody loves. It's called Lost Temple, where you can find level 6 charge units, charge items. And those items can spawn huge units, right? So my advice for the Blizzard is to add every single monster that can be spawned and controlled, because for example the blue drake egg, you can spawn the blue drake, but the blue drake doesn't have a special ability that you can control. It has the passive ability, Frost of Breath, which is amazing, but you can't control it. So I wouldn't put the blue drake on the list, but I would put Rock Golem, because you can control Hour Boulder. I would put the Fruboard Tracker with his own Fairy Fire. And if you remember, there is the Demon Hunter companion, this Fell Stalker, and he has weaker mana burn, minus 50 mana. And yes, it can be we can set up a hotkey for that. For the strongest ones, we have the good Doomguard, but Doomguard already exists in the hotkeys from the in the panel from the Doomguard ability, from the Pitlord ultimate ability. So the Doomguard is fine, but you have Fruborg Ursa Warrior. He has a stomp. You have Blue Dragon Spawn Overseer that have this Breath of Frost, very cool ability, and it looks like that. You have Ice Revant that can cast Nova, and that's it. So just add them to the list, and you know, when they are being spawned from the item that is popular on Lost Temple, people like Lost Temple, you may say that you have everything what's important. So in this neutral category, we have units, we have buildings, and we have heroes. And in the previous iteration of the PTR, we have one thing, we had a lot of items, and the hotkeys for items, to buy them, you have already them in the shops. You can set up them in the Goblin Merchant, so I love that they are not showing them. But there is one item missing, and it's Cloak of Shadows, because Cloak of Shadows doesn't have the Shadow Melt ability. Archers during the night and other night elf units and some creeps can Shadow Melt, but Hide is a different ability. Hide you can do it during the day and during the night. And this is what Cloak of Shadows provides, so I think I would add just item on the bottom, our items, and there will be Cloak of Shadows, and when we have other item like that with a special ability, we can just add it there. For now, in the melee mode, you know, 1v1, 2v3, 3v4, there is no items like that that have like special, that gives you a special ability, but who knows what the future will bring. So add the item. Okay, last but not least, we have the F keys. So select hero, first hero, second hero, third hero. I was just testing. I prefer to have them on the default, but I love that there is option like that, because some players, they don't have the F keys and it works. Thumbs up. And the inventory, I was experimenting a little bit in the inventory hotkeys, and it's actually amazing, because like in the past, if you remember, it was like, of course, on the numpad, right? And you had to run a script or something that tricks your computer to think, for example, if you want to have this particular inventory hotkey on hotkey A, right? The computer still saw it as numpad 1 and numpad 1, because Warcraft 3 wanted numpad 1. But now the Blizzard made a way to change this. So basically, you don't, if you type with those hotkeys on, you are not going to, instead of the letters that you have hotkeys on, put like numbers from the numpad. No, it works very well. It works very well. So big thumbs up, because it's a huge upgrade, you know, and it's very cool that you can use your inventory hotkeys. But we have 3 things missing. So for now, the inventory hotkeys, they're accepting only letters. So for example, don't ask me why, but I have one hotkey on a dot, inventory hotkey on a dot, just dot. And I can't input the dot. Also, some players like to have their hotkeys, inventory hotkeys, on the mouse button. So mouse 4, you know, those button under your thumb. And also, it's not accepting the mouse 4, mouse 5 buttons when it's listening. And ladies and gentlemen, for example, professional Warcraft 3 FFA 4v4 player, Mr. Todd, he has his inventory hotkeys as a combination of 2 hotkeys, like Control and something, or Alt or something. And for now, the inventory is not accepting the combination of 2 hotkeys, right? With modifier like Control or Alt. So I would add that, because I know that people want this. Okay, now let's talk about the design of this user interface. So not about the hotkeys themselves, it's about how you can change them. So you have this feature called Quick Filter. Okay, so let's say I don't see where the Dragon Hawk is, but Raider, but I want to change his like shackle ability. So I build Dragon. Okay, beautiful. I have a Dragon Hawk, right? Beautiful. So I just click on the unit. And then, because there is something still in my Quick Filter from my testing, when I click on the ability, I can't change the hotkey. I can't. First, I need to remove the quick filter search, and then I can change this, which is weird. So, I think it should be fixed. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on those tabs on the top, you have like these hotkeys. So video, you can be accessed by clicking V, sound by clicking O, gameplay by clicking G, input by clicking E, and so on. But the problem I see, so let's test this. I'm going to click G for gameplay. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, I will show you the problem that I have. So for example, I want to go to the undead. I want to change the, I don't know, cripple skill. Okay, I have found my necromancer. I click on the cripple, and for some reason I misclick on this hotkey spot, right? So and I'm ready to give the new hotkey, let's say G, right? So I misclick, I click G. It's like, hey, I'm back in the gameplay. Like, okay, so let's go back to the hotkeys. And I'm back to the default. So I need to click again. Undead, find the necromancer, find the cripple. So in my opinion, just remove the hotkeys on top. Just remove them. I made those mistakes. Mr. Neo from Back to Warcraft made those mistakes, you know. Imagine how many people will misclick, will put the hotkey on, and went back to the gameplay. Or sound or video or input, and they will restart the starting unit. So that's what I would change. That's just this the feedback about the hotkeys. Just deactivate the hotkeys, but only them for the cards. Only them for the cards. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. This is amazing. It works. It's almost perfect, right? It's very good at this point, but it can be polished to the perfection. It has additional features that we don't even have like on Warcraft with Champions, because Blizzard changed these hard-coded abilities. So you can like remap the numlock hotkey to something else without the auto hotkey script. That's amazing. And I hope in this video I explained the issues, and even if Blizzard is not going to see this, I hope that you will understand the issues and you can like spam that those issues are missing, but it's a very, 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 very good step. At the end of this video, I would like to thank you, Mr. Floss2xDaily and Mr. RandomBadGamer, for huge support recently for the stream. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I feel very, very, very supported with their generous donations. So thank you for that. Thank you for giving me these motivations to spend like 10 hours on this stuff instead of just playing BNet. And yes, I hope that this video is going to reach somebody who like is designing this stuff in some form, or maybe those ideas are going to reach somebody like that. And guys, thank you for watching. The ape news are slowly coming back, but for now my attention is on this part 2.0, on this like grinding BNet thing. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope that when the patch will hit live, because it's the PTR, we are going to be able to select hotkeys exactly how we want them. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.